Well, hello, folks. It's been a minute since I've done a live studio, but hey, let's get started. Well, again, hello. And wherever you may be, God bless you all. Welcome to the Blue Madness Podcast, a production of Dodgers 2080. This is Tim Rogers, and we are here to talk about the 2024 World Series champions as we enter the golden era of Dodgers baseball. I got some low light going on, I guess, today. Just not into don't need too much light today. So, it's kind of weird. But hey, it is what it is. I know I've started way early, but that's what I felt like just was kind of in the mood to do. But let me hit the record button to get this party started right now. All right, everyone. So yeah, this is Tim Rogers with the Dodgers 2080 Blue Madness podcast. I got to spend last Monday through Thursday at Glendale. I had it's a great time. Obviously, it's always great to be out there. So, and this chair makes noise. I need to get a different chair. My goodness. But we are here to talk about spring training and what's going on. Doug McCain and I chatted this morning talking about position stuff. I'll reiterate some of the things back to y'all. And then we'll just see how things go from there. I'm gonna pull up a couple things here. I can't see the stream that I want to see, so I need to view that. Doc is a chat. There. Oh, come on. Be better than that. Be better than that. Come on. Let's see. So, yeah, the end of the what did you see at spring training, Tim, that was so great? Well, some of you may have dialed in the other day when I was walking, and what I saw a lot. And one of the some of the cool things were things that go on in the backfields. And what went on in the backfields was I'm just going to name players that were there. Oh, explicit.
Had your kids, had your wife.
Explicit was out there when I found out that Shohei Ohtani was coming out to do some work, and Josh was able to get out there and get a good spot. Even though he didn't have a pass, he was able to get a really good spot. And so I was able, because I had a pass, I was able to get an even primer spot. And Josh was able to go live. Hopefully that did really well. I'm sure it did. Josh is kicking butt, and Josh and Ram are kicking butt on the tick and the talk and the Instagram. And they're rising now on YouTube. So go help those guys out. Always check them out. Truly friends of the show. And they're just good people. And I really enjoy the brand of stuff that they do. It's something that, to be honest, I can't do. I'm just an old fart, not as terribly interesting and cool as those guys, but I have a good time, and so do they. And so we each do our thing, and it's really cool. So make sure to take a listen to the explicit guys. All right. So yeah, Shohei Ohtani was a guy that we saw. We'll go to that story. I've already told the story a few times. So it's always fun to tell. Get there. I don't know. Was in the clubhouse. I think it was at 8. And so in the clubhouse for an hour or 50 minutes. Had a good time talking with guys, and then go out to the backfields. And I asked Gainer Fernandez, "Hey man, what's the plan today?" He says, "Well, Shohei's gonna be there. Shohei's gonna be out here at 11." I'm like, "Oh, okay, cool." So when I saw Josh, I said, "Hey, come on over, come here," and I told him the little secret. And it was because I was the only media person to know that, and because there was no one else out there. And then told a couple other people that were there, a guy that I'd met quite a few years ago, and he was out there with his family. That was great. Um, and yeah, it was just cool. And Shohei hit a home run. I swear, Josh probably had better video of it possibly because he was more mobile than I was. I was really literally holding three cameras at once or doing three cameras at once. Um, but Shohei hit a ball really, 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 really freaking high. And it just kept going. It landed in center field. Oh, Richard Flores is in the house. Oh, oh my gosh. Yeah, we're really. I will. Richard, you gonna be there opening day or ring ceremony? Let me know. I will be there for both. Um, yeah, I'm look. I so yeah, let me know. We gotta hang out. But yeah, Chris Taylor 0 for 3, 0 for 6. And to be honest, I saw he was at the backfields on Thursday. It's not looking good. I don't know what they do. I think I'm a fan. I'm just a huge fan of Chris Taylor and everything he's done for the Dodgers. But um, the way it lines up, I don't know. I'm gonna say that if he makes the club, I hope it's for the right reasons. I hate saying that. It's really I feel like an idiot, like a kind of a dork saying that, but it's true. I'm gonna pull up all the options. We got other options now too. Um, oops. Undo. Undo. Oh, dang it. I'm gonna pull up Canva, and we'll take a look at the lineup. So while we're talking, going through that, um, I want to talk about what we what the other things. So on Thursday, Taylor came out, Teo came out, and Pajes came out, and Teo crushed the ball. I love that guy. My gosh, so I am so happy, and I think we all are. We got to be just ecstatic that the Dodgers signed him. Can you imagine if they didn't re-sign Teo? It would seem. I just wrote Edwin Pajes. What's his name? Osario. Um, it would have been disgusting to not have him around, especially at the ring ceremony and all that good stuff, right? Let's see. You'll be at both. A left field pavilion. Okay. I'll come out. A. Aeronetics in the house. Elashiva was at the top. BC's in the house. Um, yeah. The over and under him surviving spring trading deadline. I think I just if he doesn't hit, um, first of all, he is very redundant. Having Kike, and that's what Doug and I talked about. One of the things we talked about, and I'm sure Doug talked about it on his show today. I didn't have a chance to listen, but he's Kike and Edmund make him very redundant. Let me pull stuff up here. Let's see here. I'm going to go to monitor scene properties. Let's see here. Sorry, folks. Just trying to get it together. I'm going to bring up the Canva. I actually like this. So, and let's make that bigger so y'all can see. So you can see what we have here. This is kind of a going in hunch, right? That we're going to have an outfield of Conforto, Edmund, Teo, an infield Muncy, Betts, Kim, Freeman, Smith catching, Shohei out here. I'm actually adding another person here as a bench guy, as a possible dude. There we go. Dalton Rushing. I'm putting him in the mix. So right here, you've got 9 guys, and then only 4 more can make the roster. So we know Miggy Rowe's going to make it. Austin Barnes, Kike. Do you send down Andy Pajes and keep Chris Taylor? That doesn't make sense to me, because this is something that I like right here, is doing this sometimes. A little mix here and putting Edman here and Kim on the bench. Or you could do this. It's like, well, let's kind of mess things around a little bit. We can go, Conforto on the bench, Edman in center, Pajes in left, Kim at second. All those possibilities. And I also like maybe Kike giving Max a rest. The guys in orange are new guys. Well, I should actually make Osorio and Bodie also that way. I mean, Bodie might make his way onto the lineup, but, Bodie's earned a spot at the moment, right? I mean, I ain't lying about that, am I? Can't forget Bodie. He's doing really well. Quake's cap. Oh, heck yeah. Oh, an earthquake. I know, I love it. Yeah, Kim's going to be interesting. I think, first of all, Jeff Spiegel mentioned it, and Doug also, we talked about it. Kim's he's thick in a good way. He's muscular. So we'll see. Doug, good. Dodge Blue 82 in the house. Want a friend, get a dog. I know. Rosario greater than Taylor. I know. Nando's in the house. There's no defensive space for Bodie. And, with Bodie, they'd have, they're playing him at second base. I don't know if he's really that guy. He's a third baseman, first baseman. Is he a second baseman? I don't know. Why not start Jason? Hey, why not start Kim in the minors? That's a great question. No, they could. The thing is, though, all right, let's talk about that. With Kim, do you take a guy, got a little bit of hype? Oh, look who's here. Yeah, we've got Clint. All Dodgers with Clint Pasillas. Mr. 10,000 subscribers. Killing it. Man, guy gets freed up, and look what he does, man. He's all over the place. Got his Dodgers Territory show with Alana Rizzo. Got his own show. And, of course, without Clint Pasillas, there is no this show. Craig Osterberg. It's good to see you, Clint. But yeah, I think with Kim, if he starts the season down in the minors and struggles, that's really bad. If he starts in the majors and struggles and then goes down to the minors, it might be a little smoother. You saw Kim on the backfields. Okay. So he was doing that live BP type stuff. Look good. Yeah, he's it's all about he's got hit heat. Oh yeah, Aaron Edick was there when he saw Kim's first homer. That was a good shot, right? Apo Taco. Yeah, Clint, I so appreciate you, man. You don't know. But yeah, there's just so much. There's a lot of talent on this team. Let's put it that way. And the whole Chris Taylor stuff. I mean, geez, I don't know. We'll see. But he has to. He saw Otani's too. Gosh, he got the good game. I saw the only game I went to was on Tuesday against the Mariners. They got lit up. I did get a foul ball in the 9th inning. I was actually filming Robinson Ortiz, and and I just freaking a ball basically ended up landing in my feet. Gave it to a kid, but that was cool. That was fun to watch a kid light up. And the kid came over afterwards and said thank you again. So that was really cool. I don't know, what do you do? You know, this there. I think there is more talent than that's necessary, and I think there's the other case of why put Dalton Rushing here. We're hearing all about these injuries that Will Smith is having. You know, does that mean that you bring up Rushing now and get him started? Let Austin Barnes do a little IL work for a bit, help him out, work on those things, or do you give Smith some downtime? I don't know. All I can tell you is this: I talked to Dalton twice on Wednesday and Thursday, and I asked him a question about Duran. He caught Carlos Duran, who was also filling in while they were going in where they were using pitching Roki. You know, Sasaki was, so I saw him do his live BP against the White Sox, and but Duran came in and Rushing caught him. Rushing caught everybody. Um, but so the next day on Wednesday, I asked, "Hey man, what was your thoughts on Duran?" And he just gave me the greatest lowdown, just a rundown, just an amazing rundown. Now I'm not going to repeat all of it, but part of it was, he says, "Man, his slider's amazing," those types of things. So Otani, Teddy, and Freddie and Teo go yard this weekend. The Friday game with Angels going for 160. Buyer, I know. Woohoo! Oh yeah, it's Roki Day. Isn't he? He's following Yamamoto, right? Hoping to catch that game. I got to work tomorrow, but we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, we need to see what Roki can do. We need to see what he can do. And I'm sorry, I'm stumbling a little bit. I'm just kind of all over the place remembering things. When I saw Roki, I mean, you probably all heard, first batter comes up and goes very yard. Very yard. So, okay, yeah, that's right, explicit. Yeah, the old brain. I went back to work today for the first time in, 8, 9, 10 days. So brain's fried. But yeah, he gave home and then was pretty darn good after that. But that was against, some minor league White Sox guys. Let's see what he can do tomorrow. Let's see what spring training freaking ends, I think, on the 11th. That's the last game. I hate that. Absolutely hate it. But next year, hopefully better. Yeah, Yamamoto, man. Right, Richard? You saw it. I mean, he's special. I think he's amazing. I still think Blake Snell's going to win the Cy Young, but you can see this lineup and all this stuff there. I'm going to take a quick gander at the pitching. We'll look at the starting pitching real quick. All sorts of candidates. Now we know Nick Frasso got sent down, but he looked good in his outings. We're hoping Bobby Miller gets back in a game soon. Dustin May, he as some of you may know, I'm a big advocate of putting him in the bullpen, and just saying, his first inning was great, and the second inning not so good. I can see Dustin May starting the season in the bullpen. Let's take a quick look at the bullpen. Now we know that it's possible that Kopech and Evan Phillips. I'm going to move Kopech kind of over here for now. Go with this. But I think this guy right here, I think he's going to slot right in. With these guys out, he's going to be in. I don't know when we're going to see Jack Dreyer, but we're going to see him. Frasso's already got sent down. Gradol's out. Sheehan's out. I can't spell. Otani. I think Tony Gonsolin does get a starting job. So we'll see if Phillips or Kopech are healthy. But I'm just right now, grows out, we know he's injured. And so I think we see this as the bullpen. Edgardo, I hope, earns his way into there. And there's also I got to get some NRI guys in there. Yeah, we got to, Gallegos, Giovanni Gallegos, might be there. Oh, man, you saw Mookie get all those at bats? Nice. Yeah, Arnett. It's really cool, right? You're right there with those minor leaguers, and some of it's just practice. And if my highlight though, I get there. So okay, I'm gonna roll back. The old man got up at 1 a.m. on Monday morning, and was on the road by 1:33 a.m. Because they were giving out the passes at 8:30, and plus there's an hour lost in there, so I had to get in there. And so I got there, went to the clubhouse, good time. I was kind of just groggy because I was tired. I was freaking tired. And then I went to the backfields, and right away I see this number 82 Hernandez, and I'm like, who the heck is this? And he was hitting, a coach out there, hitting fungos or something like that. And I'm like, oh my gosh, it was my man Marco Hernandez. Oh, Mike's in the house. Mike Salas, my man. Me and him hanging out, watching Roki, talking smack. Yeah, so I saw Marco Hernandez. He's got a full-time job with the Quakes. He's their bullpen catcher. He will be doing more than that too. But I'm so happy for him. For those of you that all didn't know, am I cutting in and out? Really? Oh man, is it all fuzzy and everything, or what? Huh. All right, I'm gonna keep an eye on the stream here, on the actual live one, because it's weird. Not good. Gotta get my my tech going again. I don't know. Everything seems fine on this side, so I'm gonna make sure that there's no extra internet machine going on. I'm gonna cut the app out here, the Canva app. I'm gonna cut the sign on for that. Cut a little bit of was it Rumble stuff. All right, let's see if that helps. Yeah, just cutting the apps. I mean, the thing is, there's this Restream thing's a pig. I mean, geez. It's a pig, and then OBS is a pig, all that stuff. So I don't know. I'll work on it. Maybe I'll just go straight from Restream instead of using OBS, because it's a killer. It's a killer. All right. So Marco was a really cool thing. Okay, audio keeps cutting off. Oh, so we got a little bit of here and there. All right. I'll make sure to also stay on the mic better. So Marco Hernandez was a highlight. That really still my favorite thing. The whole Shohei Ohtani thing was great. Being out there, and the first day, and all of a sudden they're going, "Hey, Freddie and Will Smith roll up to go take cuts in the backfields," and they did it on Tuesday also. To see Chris Campos. So I saw him pitch against Freddie and Will on Tuesday, and he made him look silly. Dead serious about that. And you saw Campos on Saturday, right? It was Saturday, I believe, and he was dominant. He went six. He got 6 outs. 6 out of 7 faced 7 batters, gave up I think a hit, but looking really good. I've said it before, I'll say it again. he is somebody that I think will be a candidate to be. Well, I think he's going to be one of their high prospects. I think he's going to be a high rising prospect. He's not on any list right now, any of the main lists. And then, but I think he's going to make. I actually told it to his face. Said I have high hopes for you, and I also have high hopes to get an interview with him. So I also trying to line up an interview with the one and only Ben Kasparius, and another one trying to try to get Dalton. So I know these guys are busy, and so I'm going to try. I should have hit him up yesterday, but I just so busy getting things back into order and getting my life back in order. Just the discipline. Got my discipline's got to. Motivation ain't it; it's discipline. So I'm working on the discipline. Good day today. Yeah, Campos, I'm a big fan of. You guys saw Jean-Paul Lignan live. I've seen him. I like him a lot. He's. I still think he throws harder than what I'm seeing. I think Casey said like 95. I think he's got more. But isn't it great to see these guys? Now, one of the things I saw, there was a transaction that said Luis Rodriguez was on the Dodger roster, to play as in the game. I wonder if they got that wrong because Luis was released by the Loons. Oh yeah, Richard, totally more fun on the backfields by far. You do meet a lot of people. Spoke with fans from Australia, UK. Lots of Japanese fans. Isn't it cool? Yeah, the backfield is where it's at. You do get a chance to interact with the players. That's you get to get right at there. I got home, Mike, got home at 6:05, and was at a potluck with the church group by 6:35. So, and that included a stop at Foster's Freeze near the George S. Patton Museum. Got to get that soft serve chocolate dip. Yeah, backfields are phenomenal. You just got to be there. Their main action seems to be between like 9:30 and 12. They are starting their games starting on the 11th, but it's going to be weird because the whole, spring training being done. All the all-star signs, the MVP baseballs, yeah, there's all sorts of stuff out there. It's really cool. I think there's going to be some more of those MVP baseballs. Yeah, I love the all-star signs, especially like Max Muncy's on a first base one and a second base one. Pretty cool. Let's hope he gets a third base one this year. So that whole thing about Muncy thinking about retiring, what the heck, in 2024, that must have been bad, man. That just must have been. He must have been in a lot of pain. Expecting big things from him, but I think giving him some rest is going to be a good thing, and that's why one of the reasons you have a Kike Hernandez to go play over there. Kike will be just fine. I don't worry about Kike. We know what he's about. He's about October. So he's a good defensive player. If you were to let Kike Hernandez play at third base the whole season, I think he's a Gold Glove type guy, close to it. Arenado Machado. Those guys are great. Those are just some of the best. Yeah, Bueller on there twice. Yeah, said Noma is on there. Yeah, it's cool. It's cool to see those names. Matthew Ryan Kemp. Having that 2018 All-Star appearance, still one of my favorites. I just am a big Matt Kemp guy. But one of the guys that I think it was explicit, and probably it also might have been Mike. Chris Archer works for the Dodgers now. Remember the pitcher? And I'm like, who is this guy? He looks familiar, and he still looks like he's about 25. It's like, oh, it's Chris Archer. Okay, yeah, I think it was Mike that told me it was Chris Archer. I think, and then Yeah, Josh from Explicit saw him too. So that was cool. It's just one guy I didn't see out there. I didn't see Duntrell. Um, yeah, exactly. The Foster Freeze, the Pat Museum is mandatory. So I got to do this. Sherman's Deli in Palm Desert. I got to try that sometime. Oh, Chompies. So there's only one now, one Chompies now in Scottsdale. Okay. That's at that mall, right? In Scottsdale, Richard, is that correct? The Chompies? I've been to one in a mall near Scottsdale, so that's I think it's that one. Um, Sometimes in the Patton Museum, I hadn't been by there in a couple of years. It had just a buttload of tanks. There's like a little tank area now with a lot of tanks. So I do need to actually go into that museum. I mean, if you've seen the movie, you're kind of a fan of Patton probably, and I am a fan. Yep, that's the one. Yep. See Richard. See Richard. I see you working. Okay, I got to try. I still have not actually literally been into Palm Springs. I've never been there. My wife and I are talking about going. We should just go. Maybe for our anniversary that's coming up. Um, but yeah, folks, we've got just till 8 more days left of baseball in Arizona, and then they get on a big old airplane and head to Japan, where and then they come back and they play the Angels 3 times. Then they play the Tigers. With opening day, we'll get to face the one and only Tarek Skubal against, I'm going to say, is it Glass or is it Snell? One of the two. And then we'll see possibly Dodger great Jack Flaherty pitch against either Glasnow or Snell. How about that? That's pretty cool. And Flaherty will be there to get his ring where it belongs. Um, I gotta admit though, different topic. Walker Buehler doing well. Just man, I wanted him bad. I get where we're at, and I totally understand it. But him having such a good outing, I'm not surprised. And I'm like, I just wanted him back. I really wish that could have worked out, and it didn't. Maybe he's back someday. That'd be great. What's that? Oh, yeah. Oh, Mike. Oh, cool. So you're not going to go to OKC in April. Going to go cover the game in Wrigley. Oh, that'll be cool. Oh, Sherman's makes Chompies taste like frozen pizza. Okay. Woohoo. Let's go. Yeah, I'll have to do. Yeah. My wife and I just need to go there and get into it. Check out Palm Springs. 31st wedding anniversary is coming up. Um, so Dodgerland. What are some thoughts? So we haven't even talked about Zaire Hope and Josue DePaula, and then much about rushing. Those guys have started to light it up at the plate. Now I know rushing, DePaula and Hope have been quote sent down. They're just a few a half a mile away, or not even half, or they're just a quarter mile away from a ball. They still get in games. It's just they'll primarily be at the camps. Now I wish I was there. I went during this weekend, this last week, because a friend of mine was going to be here, and when he's there, I like to be there. He's coming out from Seattle, and we play Top Golf and all that good stuff. So that's kind of an annual thing. We've done that now. I think it's 5 years in a row. So yeah, it's an important thing. And then hung out with a friend of mine at the Westgate Mall. It was a car show, and he's got this super low rider truck. You can look at it, see it on Tim Rogers 34 on Instagram. Minor league Dodger pitching has set baseball back 200 years. Yeah, the arms, right? Arms breaking. Let's hope that doesn't happen anymore. I understand that, Aeronautic. I do. It happens to me when I'm in the locker room. It's like, okay, there's all these players around me, and I'm just nervous. I just turn into that shy kid. Um, yeah, like there was plenty of guys I could have talked to, like and like dang it. But I did reconnect with Carlos Duran, who's just an amazing, fun person. Um, I didn't get a chance to talk to Outman. It was a bummer. I saw him briefly, but his locker was a different spot. Um, yeah, because I talked to Ben Kasparis just a little bit. I really want to talk to him over, for you guys to see his story about just what he went through with the world, with the being called up when he got called up in the middle of a pennant race, being put into the bullpen for some things, getting a start in the World Series, getting a ring, and it just happened so fast. I mean, I was just interviewing that dude Rancho like in June or July of 2022. That's low A, and look where he is. Look where he ended up. Um, yeah, just absolutely amazing. So very, just cool stuff. So I want to talk to him. And there's more I'd like to talk to. Just can't, just want to. But if I can get a few interviews, it'd be great. I got to start doing that more. I think that's something important. And one of the things also, folks, I am going to commit to a day, 1 day a week to be live for sure, and then do other stuff too as needed. But I want to get habitual. So tonight's Monday night. Now I'm not going. So I'm testing either Monday night or Wednesday night, and it'll basically there's going to be a couple things that make it happen. How many views do I get over for that period of time? I know I compete against some really, really good channels, and I had a great time with, Mike, of course, from Dodger Beat, hanging out with Blake Williams and Jeff Spiegel, just running into other people. Of course, the explicit guy, Josh. We didn't have the guys. Ram wasn't out there, but just a blast with those folks. So I don't even try to compete, but I'd like to do better. So I'll look at this. We'll do Monday, and then I'm going to actually do a Lent thing on Wednesday. I'm going to celebrate or do Lent for the first time in my life. I'm not Roman Catholic, but I'm going to be doing it from a normal Protestant perspective. See how it goes. So I won't be doing anything on Wednesday, and then we'll do it next Wednesday. We'll do live, and then we'll look at the numbers and look at your feedback. Maybe I'll run a poll later after we do it, and because and actually, or just your recommendations, I'd like, because I want to make sure, if you're seeing that, let's just say right now that the Dodger Blue guys and Jeff Snyder and company and Vince are going. And then Wednesday, no one goes. Okay, great. Then it'll be Wednesday would be good. But I'd like your feedback on that. You gave up fish for Lent. It's tragic. I'm gonna give up sugar stuff. No added sugar. I can eat fruit. I can eat stuff that, like rice has a little bit of sugar, but no cake, no candy, no extra sugar into my recipes, anything like that. That's what I'm going to give up. That's going to be tough. I might also limit my soft drinks. As some of you know, I am a Dr. Pepper Zero addict. It's bad. It's bad. Yeah, fish. I actually had fish tonight. I don't mind fish every once in a while, but I don't know about that meat thing. I actually need. I need the meat. Get chocolate. Okay, cool. Ta-da. Yeah. I'll have to look at the standards. I'm a Protestant, so I'm a little different. But I love my Catholic brothers and sisters. So, and I've, I got a loved one that's Roman Catholic. I still like 1 teaspoon of sugar. Well, a teaspoon of sugar makes the medicine go down. Well, spoonful, but yeah. And that's probably better than the crap I put in my coffee. I put into 2 of those yellow things. um, but for me, sugar just is so. I'm an addict. I like sugar a lot. How about giving up Manny Machado? I know. Yeah, Dr. Pepper cream, zero. Yep, cream. That's a good one. I actually got kind of tired of it almost. And there's also now the blackberry, Dr. Pepper Zero blackberry. That's pretty darn good too. Yeah, how about Manny Machado? How about giving up the Dodgers parking lot? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That parking lot. Oh, thanks, Tim. Timmy. Timmy. Um, that's one thing I miss about I don't have cable TV anymore. I don't have anything other than, few things, but I don't get to, South Park reruns showing up all the time, just randomly. I haven't really watched it in a bit, but man, it's so based. It's so good. so, it's just like, oh my gosh. I don't know if any of you guys saw. I didn't watch it, but some of the Shane Gillis stuff that was on Saturday Night Live was pretty funny. I was enjoying that. All right, well, I'm gonna head out. Anything else happening? Anything going on? Will Quakes play in Ontario in 2025? No, it'll be 2026. Yeah, after Dodger Stadium parking lot. And Frank McCourt and the horse he rode in on. It still bothers me, of course, and I know it bothers Dodger fans that we're half that money we give it the parking lot to get in is going to Mr. McCourt. He's such a. I didn't feel the earthquake. I'm down here in Southern Cal, San Diego. You guys are in Southern Cal too, but deep Southern Cal. But yeah. Anything else to talk about? We got Yamamoto Sasaki tomorrow. I'm excited about that. I love watching Yamamoto. He's such a chill guy. All right. I appreciate you, Richard. Appreciate you a lot, man. And your epic rant on the phone. I think it was after the Padres got beat. He was either after the Padres or the Mets, one of the two. I was in my car just laughing out loud. Covered them all, man. Ella Shiva, thank you for that question. It should have happened last week because in 2022, I was there and he got his extension. I thought he was going to get it when I was there. I was ready for it, but I didn't get it. And he didn't get it. I'm not, I don't think there's a problem there, but it's like, I think Doc wants to get paid what he deserves. And I think the Dodgers I think they're working it out. It might be because it's very long term and they want to make it a real fair contract that's that everyone can live with for a long time. How much more runway does CT3 get? Question of the hour. It just is. And it's on my mind too much. I'm just being honest with you. Trade deadline, possibly. Even and the trade deadline is still before he reaches the 10 years, which would allow him to veto a trade. He's going to have to earn his way later into the season. They may give him a shot because it is Chris Taylor. All right. So given that, if he can just hit a little bit, I mean, he was actually, that last game against the Mets, he was 2 for 4. If we don't have Doc in 2026, maybe we can get Terry Francona. No. Francona's going to be with the Reds, and then he's probably going to retire. It's going to take a lot out of him. No, we're going to have Doc in 2026. If we don't, it'll be a shock. It'll be just a shock among shocks because that guy, he's earned it. He's earned it. Now we can, everyone but except Nando, of course, we can still talk about fire Dave Roberts when things happen. But those are all just we're allowed to vent, especially on this channel. You're allowed to vent as much as you need. Keep it clean as much as you can, but vent. I think Francona is just awesome. I'd still love Bochy. But you know, that's not gonna happen though. It'll be Dave Roberts. It'll be Dave Roberts till he's done. So I think Dave Roberts, if he manages, 5 more years, gets another. How many championships does he want to get? I'm sure he'd like one every year, but at the same time, his kids are growing up. Maybe there's some other things he wants to do, but maybe at the same time, he wants to get that big contract. I think there is I don't want to use the word pride because I don't think that's the word. I think the word is justice. And if justice is there, he makes the most. He becomes the highest paid manager in baseball. I would say 5 years, $50 million. I think Counsell is 5 years, $40 million. So I'm going to say 5 years, $50 million. Or maybe they want more. Maybe the Dodgers are going, hey, we want a longer contract with you, Doc. We think you're the best. We don't want you to leave ever. Or maybe they're working on more. Maybe someday, they're going, hey, it's a 5-year contract, and then after that, you go in the front office. So there's all sorts of things. Oh, Torey Lovullo is really good. He's really good at LSU, I agree. But there could be a lot of things going on where they're talking about the future. At the end of the day, I don't think Dave Roberts should leave the Los Angeles Dodgers unless he really wants to. And I hope he doesn't ever want to. But someday, some other place. Like I said, maybe he wants to. Someday he gets grandkids or something like that, and he wants to do some other stuff. Being a manager is rough. And I know, it's rough on his family. We know this, or some of us do. Kids see this stuff that's out there. Just, all I ask with Doc, Fire Dave Roberts is funny. It's fine. And sometimes we just say it in jest or just kind of a little wink and a nod, just as a sign of frustration. But there's also some of the stuff I do see is just, it takes the turn of going, that he's stupid. Dave Roberts is not stupid. Dave Roberts is not dumb. Dave Roberts makes mistakes that look dumb. Tim Rogers at work makes mistakes that look dumb. Richard doesn't make mistakes, but most other people make mistakes. So there's a lot of, we all make mistakes. And, we if I call myself dumb, that's fine. But we got to be careful. It's just the family looks. And you know what? Every player's family looks. I'm sure Taylor's family's out there looking. And I just want to be fair with Taylor. He does need to hit. He needs to earn it. And if he earns it, God bless him. And it may be they give him a little extra runway to see, because he's been an important part of the Dodgers during this run. And so I think I'm good with it. I'm good with giving him some run. And then if it's not there, it's not there. So yeah, Doc's an amazing motivator of men. Uh, he's a psychologist. Um, strategically, there's some mix, but I could tell you this: what he did in the playoffs in 2024 is one of the greatest managing jobs you will ever see. So I'm gonna give Doc that. All right. On that note, I think I'm gonna end the show. Again, part of the discipline. Get to bed a little earlier. Make sure I do all my disciplines and all that. I was trying to find out about Jonah Rosenthal. He's the scout that had a stroke. I haven't heard anything more about him. Um, yeah, Doc hugging that picture on the mound. Yeah, but I get it. It was, and you know what? He got a few good things out of that guy, and then he didn't do well later. But um, Doc's a good dude. And don't forget, it looked kind of strange, but when he put his hands on Blake Trinan's chest, he was trying to gauge what he saw. So does it match? Does the body? Can he feel maybe the heart pounding? I don't know. Um, but yeah, that's what he does stuff like that, and that's the human touch, and sometimes that's needed, folks. So Dave Roberts, he's all right in my book. All right, folks, let's do this. I'm going to I'm going to send us out, okay, folks? So the Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face shine upon you and be gracious unto you. The Lord lift up his countenance upon you and give you peace. If you are going to practice Lent, put it in the chat. If you care to share which you're going to give up for Lent, put it in the chat. God bless everyone, of course, and Tiny Tim. Right, Timmy and Tim. So as always, you guys are the best. I so appreciate you. So, what do we like to say? God bless and go Dodgers.